Hi, I'm Renee. I am from Lafayette, Louisiana. I have three children. One is 7, one is 5, and one is 3. I am a mom of 3 beautiful children. Harper is my oldest, Levi is my middle child, and Tucker is my youngest. I started seeing a lot of issues with Levi's development that differed from my oldest. He started displaying a lot of food issues. He went from eating really well to being extremely picky eater. We went down to 5 items that he would eat total. Levi also was getting sick a lot. He had RSV about 2 or 3 times and developed asthma due to it. He's also displayed a lot of anger issues, and he was not able to regulate his emotions at all. He was kicking and screaming, could not go to the grocery store and make a normal run as I did with my daughter when she was young. So we saw a lot of differences in his attitude, his behavior, and the way that he ate. Then also, when we had gotten a vaccine, I noticed that he stopped talking and looking directly at me. I started seeking help actually at the age of 3. I sought help from food therapy. I had gotten a year of food therapy, which we were not getting anywhere. We had also gone to play therapy, and we saw a little improvement. It was helpful, but not getting us to the spot where we needed to be, so that way he was acceptable at school and not having anger issues and getting everything under control. So it led me to do a lot of research on the internet. I've asked family doctors of mine that I was concerned, because the doctors, our pediatrician and other doctors, would not see my son because he was so young. They would not give me a diagnosis. So I reached out to family, and he said that he most likely has severe ADHD. So at that point, I started researching more on ADHD and also trying to find support groups on Facebook. And that led me to the ADHD Facebook group that Donna Kay has a free group that she provides. And in there is how I met Donna Kay, and how I eventually, my husband and I decided to go with the program. Starting the program, once we decided to make that jump, it was a hard decision, because with Levi only eating 5 foods, we didn't know how easy it would be to actually switch a diet. He was so codependent on these 5 foods. He would basically eat nothing, going to gluten and dairy free. However, Donna made it very easy and helped train us on food chaining, which made it a lot easier. However, in the beginning, it was tough. It was sitting on the floor with him, crying together. It was loving on him and telling him he was doing a great job. But in those short periods of time where he eventually started eating really well and taking out those high inflammation foods, we saw a huge improvement. Within a 3-week period, we saw his eczema went from 100% to 50%. Eye-to-eye contact, we saw his speech improving. We saw his anger. It got worse, but then it got a lot better. Like within a day, it's like, what happened to my son? Where did you come from? This is the son that I always knew that you could be. It was heartwarming. It was, oh my gosh, my family is having the peace and the energy that we should always have. It was really great to have that improvement. But not only that, we added testing in. Once we added the testing in, then the food that was wreaking havoc on his body, we removed, and his eczema went away 100%. Not only that, but we have now since took him off of all asthma medicine. He is not considered an asthma patient anymore. He rarely gets sick. He's just a happy, healthy kid. It's exciting. With the long road that we have been on, actually doing food therapy and play therapy, all correlating together now, my son, after relieving himself of all this inflammation, and he's doing better and thriving, I noticed that he started recognizing at 4 years old that he knew his feelings very well. So he'll just stop, instead of having a fit, he'll say, "Mommy, I'm angry right now and I don't know how to stop being angry." Or, "Mommy, I'm sad," or, "I'm disappointed," which having he has such a big vocabulary now. He's able to express his feelings and tell me ahead of time so that we're able to stop these situations in his mind from working in a certain way, and that we can calm him down. So that's a huge win for us. One piece of advice I would give is to, even if you don't have the resources to get through therapies, like with food therapy or with play therapy, my suggestion would be that to just talk about the food, talk about your emotions, and explain to them, if we use our words, if we say that we're hungry, if we say, "I don't like that," then we can form a discussion and we can actually talk about our emotions instead of getting angry and having a burst out fit. We can actually just sit and talk about it and calm ourselves down. That would be the number one thing that helped me go through the journey from the very beginning. If we learn how to talk through all the situations, it makes for an easier transition to calm down.